Every single time you shop online, message a friend, or just check your bank account, there's this invisible shield working overtime. It's like a secret code that protects pretty much your entire digital life. It's called encryption, and we're about to pull back the curtain and see exactly how it keeps your world private and secure. You've seen it a million times, right? That little padlock icon right next to a web address. We all kind of know it means safe, but what is it actually doing? Well, that little lock is our gateway into this whole fascinating world of digital secret codes. So to really get what that padlock is all about, we got to start with the fundamentals. In this first part, we're going to break down what encryption really is. And I promise, I've got a super simple analogy that's going to make it all clip. Okay, so at its heart, encryption is just a transformation. It takes regular readable info, we call that plaintext, and it uses a special key to scramble it into complete, unreadable gibberish. That gibberish, we call it ciphertext. And the magic part is, only someone with the right key can unscramble it and turn it back into something that makes sense. Think of it like this, because this makes it crystal clear. Sending unencrypted data is like writing your secrets on a postcard. I mean, anyone who handles it along the way, the mail carrier, their sorting machine, can read it. But with encryption, you're putting that same message inside a locked box. Now, it doesn't matter who sees the box. Only the person with the correct key can actually open it up. So really, it all boils down to these 3 simple steps. You start with your message, the plain text, then you use a key to encrypt it, and what comes out the other side is that secret code, the ciphertext. That scrambled up code is what actually travels across the internet, totally safe from any prying eyes. All right, so that's the theory. But where does this stuff actually show up in your day-to-day life? The answer is pretty much everywhere. Let's look at how this digital padlock is protecting you constantly, especially when your money's involved. The real hero of your everyday online life is a technology called SSL, or its newer, better version, TLS. This is the industry standard that creates that secure encrypted tunnel between your web browser and the website you're visiting. So whether you're buying a new pair of sneakers or checking your savings account, this is what's keeping you safe. And spotting it in the wild is super easy. There are 2 dead giveaways. First, there's that little padlock icon we've been talking about. And second, look at the web address itself. It'll start with HTTPS. That S is the crucial part. It literally stands for secure. If you see those 2 things, you're golden. Your connection is encrypted. Now, all of this happens in the blink of an eye, but it's kind of like a secret agent handshake. Your browser says hello, and the website flashes its ID, which is called a digital certificate. Your browser then acts like a bouncer, checking to make sure that ID is legit. Once it's confirmed, they create a brand new one-time use secret key just for that session. And from that moment on, every single thing you do on that site is locked down tight. But what happens when you need an even higher level of privacy? What if you want to be absolutely sure that nobody in the middle can listen in on your conversation? Well, that's where we get to the next level, end-to-end encryption. This right here is the gold standard for private chats. It's used by apps like Signal and WhatsApp, and we call it end-to-end encryption, or E2EE for short. The huge difference here is that the message gets locked on your phone and can only be unlocked on your friend's phone. This means that not even the company that runs the messaging service can read what you're saying. They just see a locked box passing through their system. Let's go back to our mail analogy, because it just explains this perfectly. Standard security, like TLS, is like sending a sealed envelope. You trust that the postal service won't open it, but they could if they really wanted to. Your security depends on their promise. End-to-end encryption, though, is that locked box. It doesn't matter if you trust the delivery guy or not, it is technologically impossible for them to get inside. Privacy is guaranteed by math, not by a company's policy. So let's just lay it all out. SSL/TLS is for websites, and it means you and the website can decrypt the information. It requires you to trust that company. E2E, on the other hand, is for private messaging, and only you and the other person can decrypt it. It doesn't require trust because the company is locked out by design. That is a massive, massive difference. Okay, so at this point, you're probably thinking encryption is this unbeatable, impenetrable fortress, right? Well, not so fast. Like any security chain, it has a potential weak link, and it's probably not where you think it is. So here's the wild part. The math behind modern encryption is so ridiculously strong that it would take the fastest computers in the world billions of years to crack it. The real vulnerability isn't breaking the code while it's in transit. No, the real danger is attacking the source, your device, or the device of the person you're talking to. We call these the endpoints. I mean, this question really says it all. If a hacker manages to get malware onto your computer, well, the thief is already in the room with you. They don't need to pick the lock on the box because they can just stand over your shoulder and watch you unlock it yourself. And this is exactly how they do it. Something called a keylogger can steal your password the very instant you type it in, before it even has a chance to be encrypted. Or some spyware could just take a screenshot of your private message right after it's been decrypted on your screen for you to read. In both cases, the encryption worked perfectly, but the attacker just went around it. And that's why this is so critical. Relying just on encryption without making sure your devices are secure is like meticulously locking your front door, but leaving every single window in your house wide open. You need both working together to actually be safe. Now, the good news is protecting your devices isn't some crazy complicated thing. It really comes down to 3 simple habits. 1, keep your software and apps updated, because those updates patch security holes. 2, use good, reputable antivirus software. And 3, just be smart about what you click on. Don't open weird links. A little caution goes a very long way. If you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. The technology, the encryption, is there to protect your data during its journey across the internet. But protecting the start and end of that journey, that part is on us. That's our job as the users. So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. We know the journey is secure. That data flying across the internet is protected by some seriously powerful math. So the real question you have to ask yourself now is, how secure is the destination? How safe is the phone or computer you're using to watch this right now?